What's up, everybody? It's your boy Zach, the Celtics guy here. I'm back with another video, and I'm here to report on a very rare instance of justice that has been done in this country, and a rare instance of justice for a lot of minorities in this country that have been the subject of police brutality. Because as we know, police brutality in this country has been a growing problem for a long time, and it's disproportionately affected racial and ethnic minorities for a long time. And this sentence that has been handed down in this case, that has been circulating in this country and worldwide, it's a powerful message that is going to be sent out there to all the bloodthirsty tyrants who abuse their authority with the badge that they hold and the office that they swear to uphold, to protect and serve. This is to show that your crimes will not go unanswered. And I'm actually happy about this. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually surprised, number one. Number two, I'm actually very satisfied with this. So Derek Chauvin, the scumbag piece of shit who killed George Floyd by kneeling on his neck for 9 minutes. I know I can literally almost hear the neocons on the alt-right that apparently are defending this motherfucker. And we obviously know why, but I'm going to get to that a little bit later. He got 22 and a half years in prison. 22 years, 6 months in prison. And he's going to have to serve, I think, either 15 or 17 years of that before he even gets parole, to serve parole or like conditional release for the duration of his sentence. He'll be banned, I guess, or obviously he'll be banned from ever joining any law enforcement agency ever again in the future. And he'll be prohibited from owning firearms for the rest of his life because, you know, if you're a convicted felon, you're a convicted violent criminal, you're banned from owning any firearm, which obviously is the right thing because nobody convicted of a serious offense should have a firearm, obviously for safety reasons. And again, I'm not saying anything against the Second Amendment, so don't try to pull that. So I was very happy to hear about this sentence. I'm actually surprised he even got this sentence because I honestly thought that the motherfucker was only going to get like 10 or 12 years. I honestly did. I didn't think he was even going to get more than like 10 or 12 or maybe even 15. I was surprised he even got 20, 22. It's like, I'm really surprised, and I'm very surprised with that, and I'm glad that he's fucking in prison, and I hope that he fucking rots. I hope that he fucking rots in prison. And I really hope that he suffers in the worst possible way for everything that he caused. Now that's not to say that Floyd was this innocent person either, or that he deserves to be like glamorized or glorified, like, oh, he was this big victim or whatever. No, not necessarily, because I see a lot of people on the far left that are doing that too, that are acting like, oh my God, he was this big victim, he was this and that. But then of course I see people on the right that are blindly defending Chauvin, like acting like Chauvin is like a fucking political prisoner. I've literally seen that. I've seen that in comment sections on Ben Shapiro's, because of course fucking Ben Shapiro is defending this guy, because of course Ben Shapiro is a fucking foaming at the mouth neocon. He's never met a war he never loved, and I know that's irrelevant, but I'm just saying, he'll take any neocon approach to anything, because it's Ben fucking Shapiro. Mr. Zionist, Mr. Sweater Vest Zionist neocon, who just will defend the right on everything and will take a right-wing approach to literally everything. So Ben Shapiro is a fucking joke, and his fucking fans are fucking jokes. Okay? And no offense to anybody who is a fan of him that watches my channel, that doesn't pertain to you. But Ben Shapiro is a joke, and I've lost all respect for him as a result of that. I've lost a good portion of respect for him. So that's my thing. I'm very happy about this, and I don't care what the right wing has to say about this. Because it was obvious that they were going to take a biased approach to this, and they were going to throw around the ridiculous bullshit conspiracies that, oh, it was the fentanyl that killed him, or oh, it was this or that killed him, it was this, it was that, Chauvin never kneeled on him, that was just a police approach. Yeah, okay, yeah. A police approach is kneeling on someone's fucking neck for 9 fucking minutes. Get the fuck out of here. You're obviously just making excuses for the guy. You're obviously making excuses for the guy for stupid bullshit reasons, for right-wing neocon reasons, or dare I say you're making it for possibly racist reasons. You're either three things. Two things. You are either, if you defend Derek Chauvin, you're either racist or you are so biased with the right that you can't fucking see straight, or a combination of both. It's as simple as that. I don't think Ben Shapiro's doing it because he's a racist. I mean, the video's not about Ben Shapiro, but you know what I'm getting at. The people who defend this scumbag, okay, defending him, you're either those things. So I don't think Ben Shapiro, there's a lot of people, of course, that I do think are defending him because obviously they're a racist and they think, oh, and they're like, oh yeah, who cares? Yeah, oh yeah, white guy killing a black guy. Oh, fuck that. I don't care. Yeah. That's obviously what some people think. But I think someone like Ben Shapiro are saying it like, or like the fucking Fox News people, I think they're doing it because they just have such a right-wing bias that they will defend any right-wing position that it is, no matter what it is. That's what I think. They're calling him a political prisoner because they have sympathy for him. Because he's a white man. He's a white man that killed a black guy. He's a white man that killed a black man. And I think that they're going to sympathize with him. The white supremacists are obviously some white neocons are going to defend this motherfucker. They're obviously going to defend him. Some people went as far as to say this is like premeditated murder. Some people call it manslaughter. Now let's get to this position. There are some positions that I disagree with some people on that I can respect on this issue. The issue that I can respect on the issue of what Derek Chauvin did. Some people say it's premeditated murder. Some people say it's second-degree murder. Well, first-degree premeditated, you get what I mean. Then there's second-degree murder, and then some people say it's like manslaughter. See, some people who say like, oh yeah, it's just manslaughter. Yeah, he should go to jail or whatever, but he shouldn't be charged with murder. That's too high of a charge. Okay, I may disagree with that in principle, but that's a position I can respect. Okay? I may disagree with that, but that's a position I can respect. And you know me. I'm the type where I will sit there and say I can agree to disagree. I have friends on the left. I have friends on the right who say things a lot of times that I don't agree with. Because here's the thing. We're human beings. We're going to have disagreements no matter how close you are with the person. My Stevie and I, we have our political disagreements, but guess what? We're happily together. We've been together over a year and a half. Okay? People disagree. We're humans. Friends disagree. Family members disagree. Lovers disagree. Lovers. Boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés, husbands, wives, whoever. Disagree. They disagree. It's human nature. Now, if you say something like that about, Chauvin, he committed manslaughter, yeah. Now, see, that's the position that, people who support, actual justice warriors say. Yeah, he committed manslaughter, he should go to jail for that, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't raise it to that level. I mean, okay. That's true in principle. I think what he did was more of a voluntary manslaughter or a felony murder. Now, see, felony murder is the legal doctrine of murder where it's not intentional, but it's if you commit another illegal act at the time of the commission or facilitation of that offense, and then you therefore cause their death by committing that crime. See, like what Chauvin did. See if he kneeled on him. See if he kneeled on him for whatever time, and he lived. That would be assault and battery, or that would be choking or suffocating someone, or the old English common law offense called disabling in order to commit an indictable offense. Disabling in order to commit an indictable offense is an old English common law crime, meaning like, you're doing a calculated means to choke, suffocate, or strangle someone or render them unconscious, insensible, or incapable of resistance by any violent means, whatever. So that expression, disabling. See, disabling in this day and age, we would think of something as disabling, like you're like disabling someone or like whatever. But disabling in the Old English common law term is like meaning like choking, suffocating, or strangling someone. So that's that English term. That's like the Old English common law. But that's what I think Chauvin should be charged with, and that is technically what he was charged. He was charged with second-degree unintentional murder or something like that. Felony murder. He wasn't charged with felony murder. Felony murder can either be first or second-degree felony murder, depending on how serious of an offense the underlying offense was and stuff like that. Now, see, just stuff like that. So I do agree with the sentence. I wouldn't say what Chauvin did was like premeditated, like he planned on it. Or I wouldn't even go as far as to say he intended to kill him. I think he was just a bloodthirsty fucking tyrant, and he had this power in him. He had this like vitriol and power in him that like, oh, because I'm a police officer, so therefore I can do whatever the fuck I want. Because he was just like a brutal fucking foaming at the mouth tyrannical scumbag. I wouldn't say he was more or less a murderer. I'd say what he did was more or less like a felony murder / reckless homicide kind of thing. Some people say it was a hate crime. I don't think he was necessarily targeting Floyd because of his race. I wouldn't go that far either. Some people say it was a hate crime. I wouldn't go that far either. I would just say it was more like a felony murder or a reckless homicide. Now, see, if some people say, oh, yeah, it was just manslaughter, he should get like a short prison sentence and get community service or whatever. I disagree with that. But I can respect that position because at least you are taking this issue somewhat seriously. But if you are the type where you're going to sit there and you are going to make excuses for Derek Chauvin, if you are going to make an excuse for the guy and say things like he's a political prisoner, he deserves sympathy, he shouldn't go to jail, he shouldn't be charged with anything, or you go as far as to say, Floyd didn't die because of Chauvin. Chauvin never kneeled on him or whatever. Or, oh no, he died because of the fentanyl or the drugs. You make up some bullshit fucking conspiracy theory. Then I'm going to say, shut the fuck up. You're wrong. You're full of shit. I don't agree with you. Shut up. That is not a position I can sit there and accept or respect. And that is not a position where I'm going to sit there and give you the time of day. You know why? Because I'm the type where I can sit there and agree to disagree. But if your point is so fucking stupid and so biased and so ridiculous, I'm going to sit there and say, no, you're full of shit. You're wrong. You need to look at the facts. You're ignorant. You are ridiculous. You're either racist or you're just ignorant, or a combination of both. Because you cannot sit there and say that, like what he did, oh no, he died because of the fentanyl. Okay, even if he had fentanyl in his system, don't you think that the way Chauvin was handling him aggravated that medical condition? Did that ever ring a bell to you people? Oh no, wait a second, no, this is the neocons we're talking about. We're talking about the neocons and the borderline white supremacists that'll make excuses for racist white cops killing black people or whatever. I'm not saying Chauvin is a racist. I just think he was a fucking tyrannical, bloodthirsty monster whose badge and power got the best of him, and he never should have been on the fucking police force to begin with. This is why we need to have better screening, we need to have better training, we need to have all these types of things in our police force. And I disagree with this is like I'm as close to the center as you can get. I'm center left, but I'm like, half and half. I'm slightly more liberal than I am conservative, but I hold a lot of conservative principles too. I'm pro-capital punishment. I'm pro-Second Amendment, but I'm also liberal in the sense of I support universal health care. I support universal education, paid vacation time by law. I'm a fan of like a welfare state, like a Nordic model system, the Scandinavian model. I'm for those types of things on that side. So I disagree with the people on the left that say we should defund the police, that, the Black Lives Matter people. See, I stand by what Black Lives Matter originally stands for, but sometimes they're so far to the left and they're so ridiculous that they take this position on defunding the police too much, because it's like, There are, like, overall, a lot of our police I have a great deal of respect for. Our police, our first responders, firefighters, I have a mad amount of respect for them because they protect our communities and our neighborhoods and our families, and they put their lives on the line to keep us safe every single day. So I respect people. I respect our law enforcement overall. I would say probably over 90% of people in law enforcement are good people who are on the force with the best intentions, okay? Yeah, we're humans. We all make mistakes. We fuck up, whatever. But what Chauvin did was not a mistake. He should not be forgiven for what he did. And he should go to prison for a very long time, which is exactly what's going to happen. And I know that the right wing is going to make excuses. The Ben Shapiro's of the world and the Fox News people of the world and the fucking Glenn Becks of the world and the Michael Savages of the world are going to make, and the Alex Jones people of the world are going to make fucking excuses for this scumbag. Which is fine, but I'm going to come out here and bust your ass up and say you're full of shit, shut up. Okay? You know, and see, I can respect people like Actual Justice Warrior or Sticks, Axe, and Hammer, that say, like, yeah, he should be charged with manslaughter, but I wouldn't go as far as to like, I kind of disagree with that, but I can respect it. But the people who say, oh no, he died because of fentanyl, oh no, Chauvin didn't do anything, he's a political prisoner, blah, 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 blah. No, like, no, shut the fuck up, fuck you, I'm not going to give you the time of day. Like, there are some positions that are so stupid and so ridiculous that I'm not going to give you the time of day. For example, if you see, this goes for the left and the right. You support the Black Lives Matter riots, I have no respect for you. For the right, if you support the fucking insurrection on the Capitol Hill, which, by the way, Donald Trump incited, if you support any of those things, I'm not going to give you the time of day. If you support violence, if you support terror, if you support things like cyberbullying or racism or bigotry or whatever, then I'm going to say, fuck you, get the fuck out of my face. I'm not going to give you the time of day. Same thing goes for, the alt left who, like the pro-pedophilia people. I'm not going to get into that. Those people, I'm not going to give the time of day. That goes for people who support violence, terror, bullying, cyberbullying, whatever. No, fuck you. I'm not going to give you the time of day. There are limits as to what I will tolerate. I can agree to disagree. You can support Trump. You can be as far to the right as you like. Like, that's fine. I have many friends that are Trump supporters. I have friends that are right-wing. I have friends that are more conservative. And I'm fine with those people because they know I'm center-left. They know that, they knew that I didn't like Donald Trump. They knew that I could not stand that fucking orange, incompetent Oompa Loompa in any way, shape, or form. He should not have been anywhere near the levers of power. That's not to say Biden should be either, but that's besides the point. But see, those friends and I respect each other for our political positions. We don't let those political positions fuck around with our friendship. But when there's people out there that take this position and defend Chauvin and act like he's his political prisoner and he's a victim, you're fucking retarded, and I'm not going to give you any respect or the time of day. It's as simple as that. You have a certain position on this case that I disagree with, like, oh yeah, he only did whatever, then that's fine. I can sit there and respect it. But if you have any conspiracies, shut up. I ain't going to give you the time of day. So I kind of just wanted to take the time to make this. But someone like Floyd, no, Floyd was a bum. Floyd was involved in a lot of criminal shit. He was involved in a lot of, criminal stuff. He was involved in a lot of counterfeit, drugs, criminal stuff. So no, he was a bum. He was a shady character. He shouldn't be defended either. But he should have got a fair trial for his crimes. He didn't get a fair trial for his crimes. His life was extrajudicially taken from him by a bloodthirsty, reckless, incompetent, tyrannical monster who never should have been on the police force to begin with. Then the people which brings me to my next point. We get to the people who say he didn't get a fair trial. Okay, fine. You can say Chauvin didn't get a fair trial, whatever. Okay, he got more of a fair trial than Floyd did because Floyd didn't even get that. His family is suffering, and his family's going to suffer forever. I do wish his family got him more help to kind of steer him more in the right direction. But maybe if he was still alive today, maybe his family could have helped him a little bit. But no, nothing can bring him back. I think we all recognize that. Maybe his family could have helped him. But no, I don't feel bad for a split second. I don't care what happens to Chauvin. If Chauvin dies behind bars, or if they went ahead with execution for this scumbag, I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep. I wouldn't be given it the time of day. I would be like, oh, whatever, fine, fuck him, fuck him. If I was a prison official and the families the families of George Floyd said, kill Derek Chauvin, I'd be pressing that button. I'd be joining that firing squad. And again, maybe that makes me a bad liberal. Maybe that makes me an unbiased person. But fine, whatever. You think that's fine. Okay, I'm conservative on the punishment that Chauvin should be getting. So no, I don't feel bad for a split second for Chauvin. He got his, and I hope he rots behind bars. And if he dies behind bars, he's gonna be behind bars until he's at least in his 60s, because he's like in his 40s, I think. I'll link it in the description. Maybe he's in his 40s, I'm not sure. He ain't gonna get out till he's at least in his 60s. So if he dies behind bars, I'm not gonna lose a wink of sleep over it. In fact, I think it would be justice being done if you ask me, but you know, whatever. Anyway, Derek Chauvin got his sentence. I'm very happy with the sentence. This needs to send a message to all the brutes on the police force that we're not going to tolerate this bullshit, and your days of abusing your authority are over, and there's going to be consequences for your actions. This needs to send a message to all of these people out there that these crimes are not going to go unanswered. Simple as that. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you like it? Did you not? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you kind of whatever? That's fine. I'll come out here and we can have a respectful disagreement. So that's totally fine. Anyway, I'm going to end the video. It's already 22 minutes. I don't want my phone to like die or run out of storage again. So I'm going to cut it here. Thank you all for listening. Comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. And let me know what you think in the comments. Either way, you agree, you disagree, you know, whatever. We can have that conversation. I'll be back with more videos soon, more content in the works, more stuff on the way. Stay tuned to find out more. And I'll be back with more soon when I get the chance. Peace, have a nice day or night, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye for now. Peace out, and Derek Chauvin, fuck you, rot in prison. See y'all later. Have a good day.